Hello and thank you for watching this video. This is a short presentation about B2B Digicards. Predominantly we produce digital business cards for all industries, but this video is for the restaurant and takeaway industry. We're providing marketing solutions for a digital age. Now, I worked in restaurants and the catering industry for many years, and I realised that the cost of marketing and promoting a business without having to rely on transient traffic, that means just people walking by and coming in, is quite astonishing. And it led me to ask the questions on how many flyers and delivery menus are printed every month. I don't know about most people. I live in a village where there's about 3,500 houses, and understanding a little bit about the printing industry, I know that at least 5,000 flyers would have to be printed each month for a restaurant for them to be able to deliver them to the doorsteps of people, and also have enough left over in the restaurant itself for people that are just passing by and take a takeaway menu, and every time they do a delivery put another menu in with the delivery. So it can be quite astounding how much that they would spend. So how often do restaurants update their menus in order to have to reprint, because the prices change so often? So how many times would they have special offers or new promotions where they can create another additional flyer or an insert into what they also deliver? And what do restaurants spend on marketing every month? And it runs into the thousands, having spoken to a few restaurateurs. So how do you help a restaurant save money? How can you adapt something like B2B Digicards to ensure that they can streamline their process? The current challenges facing all restaurants, we have discovered, is how to get more customers, how to gather data and create a customer list. Because if you're a transient traffic, as it were, if you're just walking by and thought, I'll just pop in and have a bite to eat, if you pay cash, the restaurant has no idea of who you are, where you came from, and if you'll ever come back. But if they're able to gather that data whilst you're eating your meal, or be able to target you, with updates and special offers, that will be fantastic for a restaurant. That will save them an absolute fortune. I mean, McDonald's do it brilliantly when they do their Monopoly game. Once upon a time, you used to just do your little scratch card thing, build your Monopoly, but you had to go online on several of the options that they gave you if you got a little sticker, and register your name and address to see if you won anything. And was a brilliant way of them gathering data on where their clientele are coming from, and which allowed them to market to you. So how do they target their audience with the right offers? How do they retarget previous customers? So once you've got that database, how can you retarget them? How can you be one step ahead of your competitors? And how do you refine your offer to reduce product waste? That's an interesting one. Imagine you come to the end of a shift and you're thinking, my word, we've got 4 tons of garlic bread, for instance, to shift. How on earth are we going to do that? We can show you a very, very simple solution to help you reduce your product waste. How do you get customers' recommendations? So how do the people that visit you recommend you? It's very, very straightforward if you understand how you can, little promotions can help that. How do you appeal to a new audience? Now, we live in a digital age. The younger generation do have money, but they do things very, very differently to how the older generation do. So you've got to speak their language and try and work on the platforms that they're used to. How do you reduce your costs of marketing? How do you reduce your carbon footprint? A very big issue these days with the amount of pollution the world is producing, and with global warming and everything else. So if you can contribute to that by reducing your carbon footprint, why wouldn't you? And how would you start making money? Start making a profit for your restaurant. I heard of a very large statistic. I had to question it whether it was true, but 90% of all restaurants close within the first year of trading. That's a little bit of a myth, so I did some digging to find out the real statistics, and it transpires that at the end of the first year of opening, 27% of all restaurant startups fail. And that's just under a third, which is quite a lot. But in year 3, 50% of those restaurants are closed. At the end of year 5, 60% have gone. So that is, again, not a huge amount jump from the 50%. It's still a sizable amount of restaurants. And at the end of year 10, 70% of those restaurants have gone out of business. And that comes down to if you're a family business or established, or if you've got good backing, or if you're a part of a chain. So a lot of the independent restaurants that start up thinking this is going to be great, I'm going to do this, really don't make it, unfortunately. But it's no fault of their own. It's not for want of trying or lack of experience. It's just that they're not generating enough business to keep them going. A lot of the restaurateurs that we spoke to also, said, but we have a website, we have our menus on there, and we do this and we do that. But if they're spending all their time promoting their website, they're not actually looking at their menus and what they're producing to make their clients have a wonderful experience in the restaurants. They're more concerned about having some sort of presence out there. But you can make your website work for you a lot better. So the key to a successful website is driving traffic and customers to it. And hopefully those customers will come through your door. So how do you encourage your customers to refer them to the website to view your offers? Astounding as it may sound, you do not have to be number one on Google to get your customers to see your site. You can do some very, very specific targeting to make them see the pages that you want them to see. And we're going to show you how. So how do you get the most out of your website and get more customers? How do you directly engage with your customers and get them to freely offer their details for you to market to them? And how do you get your customers to promote your restaurant for you? And that's a big key. It's about recommendation. It's nothing worse than getting a bit of advice on TripAdvisor or a bad review. So if you can get your customers to directly engage with you, experience your restaurant, and then go out and promote your restaurant for you, that would be a brilliant thing, wouldn't it? The restaurant Digicard. You can promote, market, and monetize. So here's a really simple scenario, a simple tent card that you would have on your table. How it works is really, really simple. And again, you can adapt this to a flyer, a poster in the window of your shop, whatever it might be, if it helps you promote your business. So on the bottom of our digital business cards, we have QR codes. They are specific to that card, but it's what it lands on if someone scans it. If you scan this code on this card, it gives you a 20% off your next meal. So imagine a customer is sitting there waiting for a glass of water or just perusing the menu, and they see the tent card in the middle of the table and it says, scan this QR code to receive a 20% discount off your next meal. Why wouldn't you? So if you have an iPhone, if you look at the back of the flyer, it'll show you how. If you have an iPhone and you open up your camera or on your iPhone, it automatically scans QR codes. It's all built into iPhones. However, if you have an Android phone, unfortunately you have to download an app from the App Store to be able to scan the QR code. Once you scan the QR code and it opens up on your phone, you click the link that says special offers. You enter in your details, and that can be your first name, email address or mobile number, whichever you decide. And the discount codes come up with special offers, and it's sent to your email. Now the reason it's sent to your email is so that you can double check that they've sent you the right email address. You don't want to send someone details if they've given you a fictitious. Otherwise it defeats the point. They go to their email or open up their email on their phone and they double check it. Now if they're quite savvy and phone literate, as it were, they would do that automatically. So step one, they would open up the link on their email from their phone, and up comes the first step. So as you can see there, to receive discounts and other great offers, click the button below, and you make it quite obvious that that is the only button they need to press. Here's your special offers, get offers now. That opens up stage 2, and this is what we call our opt-in and data collection area. And all they have to do to receive discounts every time you visit our restaurant, enter in your name, email address and mobile number. And so they recognise that because there's the tent card in the middle, so you make sure it's fully recognisable on their phone. They click here, and then what happens is it opens up the third stage, which is a thank you for registering. So thank you for registering for Pizza and Burgers restaurant, whatever it might be. To receive discounts and special offers at our restaurant, please click the link below and open our restaurant discount card, our digital restaurant discount card. So they click that, and then you give them a little bit of instruction, save it to your home screen as you would an app to get regular updates and new offers. So you've given them a set of instructions, they've opened it up, and they get a little icon that saves on the top of their phone like an app. So here is the overview of what happens. They've clicked the first button, so get offers now on the left hand side. And the object is to build a database for a restaurant by adding opt-in page in the sequence. So they scan the QR code, special offers open on their phone, they fill in their details, and they get a thank you message with a link, a digital link to the restaurant card. They save it to their home screen and get regular updates. Now on that discount card, if you see on the right hand side, you can have the location of the restaurant, the address of the restaurant, the telephone number, and then behind each of those buttons points to a web page on your site. today's special offers, which you have complete control of. So you're targeting what what you want your customers to see. So it can have 4 buttons, 10 buttons, 20 buttons. It's entirely up to you, whatever it might be. But the most key one is today's offers. So if you've got things like we mentioned, like garlic bread, you can put that on today's offers. Get free garlic bread with every meal. Then go to your database in your back end and email each of those customers through MailChimp or Aweber or whatever it might be, to let them know that today's special offer, if they come along with their phone and show it to you, they're going to get 20% off their meal, or they're going to get free garlic bread or whatever it might be. And what's really exciting is you can have a share button on your Digicard. At the bottom, you can put in there, share with friends, and they can forward that to their friends. And so they are promoting your restaurant for you. They're promoting your product. So that person hopefully will come in and start taking advantage of the special offers. But it means that you're getting more customers through your door. So how do you keep track of that? That's what we're always asked. Well, every month we give you an analysis of what's going on. And here is just a random selection of buttons: opening times, meal deals, new specials, special offers, today's discounts, what have you. And it tells you each time how many times those buttons are pressed, how many times someone has shared the card. So you get a breakdown of what's going on, what buttons are working, what buttons are not working. So you can see new specials, only 6 hits on that. So whatever you had on that page, that isn't working. But the big ones is what's today's discount and the special offers. You can change the names of those names of those buttons or whatever's behind it. You might need to update, thinking this isn't working. And again, if you see email addresses at the bottom and dates and times, etc., it'll tell you if someone shares your card via email, it gives you the chain of the email to see who has shared it with whom. Again, it's another way of building your database. And you can have these analyses every month, every week, or we can give you your own portal to log in and see how it's going. So you can check it absolutely anytime you want, on daily if you wish, hourly if you really want to. So the benefits of a Digicard are really simple to see for a restaurant. You can start building a customer database. You can get more out of your website because you're targeting what they look at. You can get analytics on what offers are working and what you need to change. You can reduce your printing costs, so no flyers to deliver, or a limited number. Reduce your overall marketing costs, so you're not spending huge amounts on SEO and search engines and things like that to get you to number 1 on Google. And bear in mind, every time someone uses your card, because it's SEO enabled, it pushes you up the Google rankings anyway. So you've got 2 in 1 there. You can target the offers that you're offering your clientele by making sure that what's behind each button is specific to what you want to sell. Food waste reduction, so again, another cost saving, and your customers share and market for you, because when you get something new like a Digicard, most of our customers share it 7 times within the first 24 hours, and that's statistically proven over the last couple of years of developing them, because it's a new bit of technology, new bit of kit, so everyone wants to share and show it off. And the same will happen with restaurants. You get a restaurant card and they'll say, they'll go to their friend, have you seen this? In the very much way they would recommend a movie or something like that, or they would just share the link, which encourage those people to go to your restaurant. So your customers become your marketing arm without even realizing it. So your brand will end up in your customer's hand, and that's the aim of a Digicard. And you can promote what you want when you want, because you have full autonomy and full control over what's behind those buttons. So each one is designed for you. Each Digicard is designed for your restaurant, specifically for your needs, so you can target your audience. And we can help you develop that, create the QR code so you can have it as a poster or as a flyer that you can attach it to your restaurant marketing, your original marketing, and help you even build the tent cards. So we have all those solutions in place. So there you have a very, very brief overview of how we help and support restaurants build their businesses. And if you think about the challenge that people have in producing thousands and thousands of flyers and tent cards and menus, now imagine how much that costs. If you weigh that up against the cost that you're spending on marketing, it pales into insignificance if you think about what you can save and what this can do and help you. So for more details, please visit our website, which is www.b2bdigicards.com. And if you want to talk to anyone, just click on support and we'll be in touch. Just leave your details and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much for your time, and we wish you every success in the future.